gentlemen, welcome back to the latest edition of the Jacob Elyachar Podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Elyachar, the chief content producer and writer of JTWJE.com, a pop culture entertainment news website. And if you're watching us today, please give us a thumbs up on YouTube and please subscribe. Also, if you're listening to us on our audio platforms, please give us a 5-star rating and download this episode and more episodes. I'm thrilled to welcome back our latest guest for the first time in 5 years. He is the singer and frontman of one of my all-time favorite acts of America's Got Talent, Sons of Serendip. They, who, by the way, made it to the finals. They should have won season 9. But however, they're going to go on the road in Los Angeles, Council Bluff, in my hometown of Kansas City, Overland Park, Kansas. So please let me welcome back Micah Christian to the podcast.
Thank you, Jacob. It's so good to be here.
It's so good to see you, Micah. It is such great to have you here, and thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule today. And I appreciate it.
I appreciate you inviting me on to have a conversation. I've always enjoyed talking to you over the years, so I'm just really grateful.
And I'm really grateful for you guys too. You're one of my all-time favorite music acts because I connect. You guys took class. I know we'll get to the 11th anniversary, which, by the way, 11 years since you guys auditioned.
Yeah, 11 years.
Yeah. So, but like, the thing is, no matter every single time that I've done recaps or countdowns, you guys always had the best music because what stood out to me is you guys made you melded classical and soul so well and blend them so well together, and it made a huge impact.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, and we've also gotten into composing as well as songwriting, and yeah, I've just been really grateful to see how things have developed over the last 11 years.
Yeah, but before we revisit that audition, we got to rewind the clock back to 2020 because that's when you guys visited my podcast last. So how has Sons of Serendip evolved as a band since our last conversation?
Yeah, there have been a lot of changes. A lot of things that have happened over the last 5 years. You know, we went through a pandemic. We were doing a lot of virtual concerts at that time, which helped us get through the pandemic as a group. And we released an album that year. I remember it's actually the latest album that we released, called Mosaic. And
yeah, it's a wonderful album.
Thank you. Which included a number of songs that we arranged, and tried to recreate in a fresh way, as well as a lot of original material, songs that meant, like had some really deep meaning for us. And so that was a beautiful, experience of creating that album and releasing it. And since then, we've had, Kendall, the original cellist, ended up going into full-time ministry at one point, and he's also teaching, and so we've had some adjustments that we've had to make there with the cellist, and now we work with a couple of different harpists as well, and so it's been a lot of changes that have happened, but the group continues, and the spirit of the group is still there, and the music is still alive, and we're just really grateful that we get a chance to continue to do what we love, to continue to spread love and joy and hope through the music, and to still get a chance to travel all over the country and visit all kinds of beautiful audiences. So I'm just really grateful that the group is still continued, and every now and then, the original members will come back together. We just this past May, we had a performance in Wisconsin, and that was with the original group for the first time.
Wow.
Which was really special. And so you'll see some new faces, and we'll introduce you to them as well. Because you've been a beautiful part of our journey too, Jacob. Just the things you shared about us, we're just really grateful.
You guys' music touched my soul, and I'm so grateful that we're still having conversations too these days. We've had groups come in and break up, but the thing is, with you guys being part of my nearly my 15-year journey, and I'm so grateful to see both of us grow.
Yeah, no, that's really special, to have been a part of your journey in that way. So, thank you, Jacob.
You're so welcome, Micah. And I gotta say, happy 5th anniversary, Mosaic. It celebrates its 5th birthday this year. Yeah. I gotta say, I was still listening to I Love You Still twice when I
Oh,
come back
awesome.
from work to hear. So I'm like, it's still one of my favorite songs, and I've still had a rearrangement. Like if you guys are still invited back for AGT and cover for Result Show and cover I Love You Still, I was still imagining like seeing all the lights flashing and like love you still and
Oh yeah.
the X's flashing as well, like with and all four X's going, like especially Mel B and Howie's one as well, because
Right.
they get that whole energy up. So it's still one of my favorite songs. So what were some of the favorite memories of you guys recording that album?
So we got into a process in at the beginning of the summer where we said, "All right, guys, we have this window, these 2 months to just write and record as much music and arrange as much music as we can." And so we were just going down the list, arranging, song after song after song. And what was interesting was that the flow was like we had it was a unique flow for us because before we would, go into a studio, we would record in the studio, and during the pandemic, we weren't able to do that. And so we had all of our own equipment that we got, and Cordero would start off the arrangement, send it off to, Kendall would then send it off to Mason, and then I would finish it off with the vocals. And we just did that, for a good 2 months, and we were able to record, I think, 14 or 15 different songs during that time. And so the process was just moving, and it was uh, probably one of our more creative experiences, just overall, just because of the flow that we got into. And yeah, and we were really happy with the product, with how it came out. And it was really meaningful for us too, because it was our most creative album, because it had the most originals that we've ever released on any album. And so yeah, so it was a good process and a really wonderful experience.
And it's amazing that those are some really good arrangements. Those arrangements are absolutely out of this world. There, I
Thank
can't.
you.
I don't think of like a modern day music act that do these arrangements that touches your soul. Yes, you have people like you have like straight note chaser with
Yep.
and pentatonics with acapella, or
Uh-huh.
the two or Emil and or dear friends Emil and Dario, when they ever go get into release new music, they always have stuff that touches the soul. But I gotta say, there's not a lot of acts right now that have music that touches the soul directly, using a harp, using a key, using a piano, using a cello.
Yeah, we've I feel like we found our own unique little space, and I think it's something that I get excited about, that I'm really grateful for, because it's it's not a usual, type of group. And as we've toured and continue to perform in front of audiences, we've just learned more and more about just how unique this experience is and this journey is. And so, yeah, we're just grateful. We're really grateful to have found this one little area where it's our own little path, our own unique path. So
Awesome. So, as I said earlier, this year marks your 11th Sons of Serendip's 11th anniversary from
yeah.
going to auditioning for AGT. That took you all the way to the final night at the Radio City Music Hall. Which, by the way, I still say this: the Radio City Music Hall Howard Stern era still is probably one of the best eras that show has ever seen.
That experience was mind blowing. Like, we went into it having no idea, what to expect, and we went into it just thinking, "Yeah, we're just gonna give our best in each performance," and the next thing you know, we're at Radio City Music Hall and then getting voted through round after round. It was like, "What is happening?" And, so yeah, that was so much fun, and I still keep in touch with a few of the producers as well from AGT, and they become good friends too. So yeah, it's been a beautiful journey, and yeah, so that experience was mind-blowing for us.
I still say your best performance from that entire run is still Ordinary World
I
from
knew you were
Duran
gonna say
Duran,
that. Yeah.
because I still get goosebumps listening watching that performance, because that top 12 night where you where you guys did Ordinary World, and Emily West did Nights in White Satin, and Amelia
Yeah.
McNeil did I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. Still, musically, probably the best. You three, out of all the acts, you three delivered music-wise.
Thank you. Yeah, that was one of those just special nights for me in particular. Ordinary World was a song that I wasn't 100% familiar with before performing it, and so I had to go through it a number of times, and I had actually lost my voice. Just this is something I don't think I ever told you that,
Really?
yeah, I was starting to lose my voice because we were practicing it over and over and over again, and I remember just before going out on stage that night, the vocal coach, Autumn Rowe, who has since like won Grammys, like she's so successful these days. And but one thing that she did was she gave me like a shot of olive oil. And so I drank that shot and she's like, it'll help. And when I went out there, I was like, I really hope this helps because I haven't been able to hit this note for the last, couple of times I've gone over it. And then when I went out there on stage, I was just let it out, and I was again grateful that it all came out and it worked. So
and here's the thing: the best part is then Judge Howard Stern was about ready to chastise you guys, but he did. He was on his feet.
Right? Yeah.
Alrighty, so I have some good news to share with you, my friend.
All right.
So earlier this year, to mark the 20th anniversary of AGT, I named my top 100 acts of all time. Sons of Serendip made it. However, it didn't make the top. It made the top 100, but it made the top 50. It made the top 25. You guys, congratulations, are in the top 10.
Thank you, Jacob.
Number 10, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot because you've seen all the acts, and that's really special, Jacob. Thank you.
Do you want to know who's in that top 10 with you?
Yeah, sure.
Terry Fader.
Oh, yeah.
Shin Lin.
Wow.
The Unbeatable.
Wow.
Barbara Badia. The Clairvoyants. Cody Lee. The Ramadani Brothers. Angel City Chorale. And Fighting Gravity.
Wow, Jacob. What an honor. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, you got, like, the thing is, what I did was I thought, okay, who's the best group, like, of the small groups, 2 to 4? You guys had to be in there. My friends Voices of Service was so close though. But however,
I love them.
I love them too. They made it till number 11. It was like so tough, but like I have more memories with you guys.
Yeah, they're good people too.
This would be the perfect. You guys plus them would be insane.
I don't know. I mean, we might have to reach out because I mean we've connected on Instagram and had just some brief conversations, and they know that we're rooting for them and we feel their energy as well and their support. And so that might need to happen. That would be great.
Yeah, absolutely. So because seriously, I would love to see you guys do something. So while we're still on the subject of AGT, so I know you guys have competed on the very first season champions, but however, many AGT alums that compete on both champions return for All-Stars and Fantasy League. And some of the old school fans like myself are surprised you guys did not compete on the spin-offs besides champions. So did you guys have a desire to compete on All-Stars or Fantasy League? Why or why not?
So it never came up. And we're the type that we just stay in our lane and just like kind of focus in on what we're doing at the moment. And if we get an invitation, awesome. If not, that's totally fine too. And so it's not something that we think too much about. But if we do get the invitation at some later point, of course we're gonna be there. Like they changed our lives. Like AGT completely changed each of our lives. So yeah. So anytime that they reach out, we'll be there.
And I hope so too. And producers, here, please go back and listen to that because I would love to see Sons of Serendip on the results show because the thing is, you guys are probably of the music acts the best the best ones from the Stern era and also the best ones from the Radio City Music Hall era.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you.
And I got it. Yeah, you're so welcome. And then also, what I would like to talk to you about is like basically, as you like, that subject of AGT changed our lives. But in your humble opinion, how has America's Got Talent changed the music world?
Ooh, that's a big question. Um, I would say, so what it's done is it's helped for undiscovered artists to be seen by a large population of people, which can change everything for these artists. And so I would say that it's a wonderful platform for up and coming artists or artists that haven't been discovered to just shoot their shot and see what happens. And so I think that over time, it's like as you get more and more alumni that are coming off the show, you start to see certain people blow up, and like and that um their journeys were deeply impacted by their experience on AGT. And if it weren't for AGT, some of these artists, including ourselves, like our music wouldn't be heard, or it would have been a different journey or a harder journey, or maybe we would be doing other things. Maybe I would be doing another kind of work, which was definitely in the cards at that time. And so yeah, so I think that AGT has been a beautiful platform for young artists or artists that um are just undiscovered, and it gives people a chance to hear some new voices and some new music. So
Awesome. So recently, the America's Got Talent season 20 released their top 44, and some of them are going to go down to be in a very unique position that you were, which were finalists. So as the finalists are revealed, and if you and the band had the opportunity to meet with the music acts who would go and compete on the live finale, what advice would you share with them?
I would say to um so during our experience, we went into it with the mindset of, we're not here to compete. We're here to share whatever it is that we've been given. And so that helped to lower the stakes internally for us, so that, like, behind the scenes, I mean, we were connecting with everybody and just encouraging everybody, because the better that everybody is, the better that the experience of the show is. Um, and so I would say to go into it with the mindset of like, I'm not here to compete. I'm here to share what I've been given, and then let the results be what the results will be. And don't worry too much about that, because this is a platform that will change your life, if you take advantage of these moments. And even if you don't make it all the way into the finale, it's totally okay. But know that there's this platform that you've been given, that if you work hard enough afterwards and you take advantage of this time, it can have a big impact, and it can create or help you to launch your career, your music career, to be able to do music full time. um, so yeah, that's what I would say, is just give everything you have before you go on that stage, or when you go on that stage, and don't get caught up in the competitiveness of it. Just enjoy the ride, because these moments come and go, and yeah, and now they're just a memory for us, 11 years later.
Absolutely. And the thing is with AGT, like you got with the sharing your gift is perfect, because when Survivor, Big Brother, The Challenge, they always are so cutthroat. If I had the opportunity, if there were to present a Survivor or sit at the judge's desk, I'm sitting at that judge's desk.
Right.
Although Howie and Simon might be very happy, but So I'm just putting it out there in the universe. One of these days, I would love to sit at that desk.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You'd be great at it, Jacob.
Thank you so much. But we got to leave the AGT world now and focus on you on the Sons of Serendip universe, because
Yeah.
starting September 6th, you'll be coming to my hometown of Overland Park, Kansas City, to perform at the Midwest Trust Center at Johnson County Community College. So
Yeah.
what can my audience expect from this show?
Yeah, so the concert will be a good number of songs that people know and love already, as well as original material. Uh, and we also do storytelling within, the concert as well. And we what the hope is to create an experience that's meaningful, where we all feel connected, where we come in one way and then we leave, feeling a little bit lighter after the experience, and that yeah, that people enjoy themselves, but also like feel connected through the music. We so I rarely talk about music as a performance, and more of it as a time, like a moment that we get to spend together with an audience. And um and so that's the mindset that I'm going into it with. And we share, fun stories, some that are more humorous, some that are more reflective and meaningful. And then also we give an opportunity to hear from the audience too. So it'll be a beautiful night, and I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm looking forward too. I'm so excited to be there and be in the audience to see you guys perform live for the first time. I've been waiting 11 years for it.
Yeah, Jacob. And it'll be so great to meet you in person. Yeah,
I'm
we've been
so
looking
excited to
forward to
meet you
this.
too, Micah. So, in addition to Overland Park, Sons of Serendip will also be performing in Los Angeles, Joplin, Missouri, Council Bluffs, and Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So, what are you and the band looking forward to the most about performing in the Midwest?
Um, so I mean, every night is a new night. Every night we connect with a new audience, and we just never know like what's going to happen that night, especially because we do create a space for the audience to add to the content of the show as well. And so yeah, every new audience that we encounter, that we have a moment to spend with, we're just grateful. And so yeah, I would say that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm also looking forward to just like the time in the van when we're driving from venue to venue is wonderful too. To get a chance to connect with the guys, and we have some really beautiful conversations, and like we solve all the world's problems, during these tours. And so I'm looking forward to that. We have a lot of good laughs, and I always leave the tours feeling just more alive and renewed. So I'm looking forward to that part as well.
That's great to hear. So, second and last question: why should my audience get tickets to the tour?
So I would say they're gonna hear something that's unique and experience something that I think is unique and different. And like, we don't know what kinds of things people are going through when they're coming to the shows too. But we do know that by the time that they leave, we do hope that everyone in the space feels a little bit better, even if it's just for that moment. And yeah, so I would say that if you're interested in hearing something new, hearing some of your favorite songs done in a new way, having a moment to sing with an audience, having a moment to connect with an audience, and also with us as well, like, come on out. We would love to see you, and we would love to spend time with you.
Awesome, Micah. So, last question: are you ready?
Yeah.
Where can my audience find tickets and also stream your music? And
Yeah,
also,
so
oh, one more thing:
yep,
connect with social media.
amazing, yeah. So we're on all the major social media platforms, so you can find us at Sons of Serendip, on Instagram, we're on YouTube, we have music that we've also released as well, um, on Spotify and on all the major platforms digitally, but it's all just under Sons of Serendip. And yeah, so follow us on Facebook, follow us on all the major platforms, on Instagram and YouTube. And And also, Jacob, which I hadn't shared with you just yet, but we're working on some new music too that we're going to be releasing. Like we already have a few songs that are already done, but we're coming up with a game plan on our release. So I'll let you know more about that in a little bit too.
I love hearing that. I love hearing new Sons of Serendip music. And you guys know I will be reviewing that thing.
Yeah, thank you.
All righty, guys.
I do want to share our website as well, which is sonsofserendip.com, sonsofserendip.com. So you can find tickets there, as well as all of our previous releases. So, and more information about the members of the group.
Awesome. So, guys, if you missed an episode of the Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast, visit our channels on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Spreaker. Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar, JACOB Now, are you on social media? Because I'm on social media too. Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, and YouTube. Jacob Elyachar, JACOB And want to find my original interviews with Sons of Serendip? How about when they were on America's Got Talent? Or what about the current 20th anniversary season? Well, the best place for you to go is jakes-shake.com. Once again, jakes-shake.com. And I'm proud to reveal that a Jake's Take with Jacob Elyachar podcast is a 2025 American Business Award winner. I want to thank the American Business Awards judges for awarding me the silver in the best interview talk show category in the podcasting division. Micah, it was such an honor to have you here. I'm so excited to see you on the 6th. And thank you so much for everything that you guys have done over the years.
Thank you. Thank you, Jacob. And thank you so much for all your support as well. And for getting us into the top 10. Thank you.
You are so welcome. And anytime, Micah. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have a great one, everybody. Goodbye.